Do you ever have one of those moments where you just want to throw up your hands and say, forget it? I don't know about you, but I do. And I had one of those today, and I almost did throw up my hands, and I did say, I want to forget it. And I don't know if I'm yet over it or not, but I know it's not going to defeat me. And I don't know where that comes from or how that happens, that we get this just gut-wrenching feeling that just, whatever you're about to do or whatever you're wanting to do or whatever you're pursuing, you can't do it. And something pulls you back and it just says you can't. And today I began, and I've been doing a lot of personal development reading so that I can pull myself out of those moments. And I think, and I just want to share this with you. I'll tell you exactly what I think is happening. It's not that I need anyone to pat me on the back or to give me assurance that I'm doing well. But as a teacher, when I was teaching school, it was always taught to never make the other person feel less because of the goodness of someone else. If there is a group of people or a group of kids, let's just say in a classroom environment, and Jane over here did something awesome, and then Joe over here, he struggled, but he couldn't get the awesome in. And so you got the rest of the class who are just like average students, but you've got one who really did well and one who didn't. So in a classroom environment like that, if I said, oh, Jane, you did an awesome job, I just want you guys to see how well she did, and I think it's good that she did that. But then on the other hand, I think the rest of you did a great job too. Just look at you, how you struggled and you really made an effort. So you see what I'm saying? It's not labeling one person as being superior. It's giving her the credit that she deserved, but then also letting the others know that although they didn't do as well as she did, they're just as important. And I think that in life, that's where sometimes we can fall short in reaching others. And I think maybe that's where I found myself today, was that in a place where maybe someone else was getting the recognition or someone else was getting a pat on the back. And although I didn't deserve that pat on the back and I didn't deserve that recognition, I was not doing as well as I should be. And so when that person gets that recognition, that lets me know right away that you could be the one that's getting that, but you didn't. So I'm beating myself up. No one did it to me. I did it to myself. And it is the hardest thing for me to defeat. And I guess that's a lot of my background in my life. But the one thing that's bringing me out of that is, if you haven't read Shaun T's book, T is for Transformation, I really recommend that. That was one of the books that when something like this happens, it helps me to realize why I do what I do, and not to be labeling, not to make someone else feel less than what they are, but more for me. And I just had to put that out there because I had a struggling day. And if you have one too, or you've ever been at that point, just stop and think a minute about, if you've read a book or if someone has said something nice, just bring something good back into the mind, because you've got to reset the mind, because it's what's off right now. And I will be better. But I had to share this with you. I thank you guys for listening. Have a great evening.